Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine. I'm coming to you with something a little different. What I want to do, our spirit it was leading me since I was at school. Say, you know what? You've been doing the divine karmic, both of the sides. You've done a general read, but let's try to do something of bringing in more of another energy, which would be the twin flame union. Those who are in union because I think I might be isolating that population as well. So I want to try something different, which is to do look into what's the energies for them. If you would like to have a reading with me, I'm trying to adjust this right. It looks like it's just crazy. If you want to have a reading with me, is that better? Okay, a little bit. Okay. Go to www.divinetwinsoul11.com, or you can go to my Instantgo account, which is Go Divine Twin Soul 11. I am running a special for the week of March the 11th through the 17th. I call it the lucky, I think a lucky day special, or lucky week or something, a lucky special, in which is just $22 for 30 minutes, and it'll be $40 for 60 minutes. And that's all of my reading. So if you're interested in doing that, go to my webpage, again, in Divine Twin Soul 11. Go to the service page, click on Book Online, and you can do it through there. I am still debating. I don't quite know, but I am thinking about running a special where I'm offer called the Spring Break Special, and I'll come in with more details, more to come later on. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Like, do I want it closer or on the back? Okay, I know you're like, will she get it together? Okay, I'm trying to see my best light. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to see what's in the heart space for the divine feminine in union. What is the heart space for the divine feminine in union? Clear. It's in the heart space for the divine feminine in union. Got you. Okay, it's all the card. No, that one just came up upside down. Okay. What is in the mind space for the divine masculine in union? I think I'm going to have to push you. I know you all the time say, lady, please get it together. I need all this space. What is in the divine masculine's heart space in union? Let's see a popper. Okay. Oh, these are upside down? Okay, all of them are upside down. Okay, so good. No, some of them up, some of them down. Majority of them are up. Yeah. Okay. So I will ignore that because I did not place them right. Okay, so it is what it is. All right. So right now, what's in the heart space of the divine feminine in union is playfulness. That's a positive vibe. To capture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So right now, twin flame feminines that are in union have a sense of them really trying to go back to being playful. Playfulness starting with just really, and I seen that on, I think Erica Hippie Turo said the same thing where she just became back to being a child. And I think I had said that in one of the videos as well about becoming childlike with that. And that, you know, she said she just likes to go out and go on swings and just swing for hours. And that's what it is. It's just like, let's take this relationship with the twin soul collectives. Their energies is feeling as the divine feminine feels that we just need to go back to just being a child, just swing. And he looks open and he's really looking at her as, you know, like he's just all into her. He's just really concentrating on her. and he's just like he's leading the swinging. So he's kind of her divine masculine is leading in the fun, and she's just willfully just kind of going along playing with it. Right now at this state as a divine twin, feminine in union, she has more knowledge of what's going on because the tree is on her side. Or some clicks, so that means in agreement. And then she has some greetings from heart chakra too. He's just really at this point, the divine masculine is pretty much kind of open, just looking at her, just kind of observing. That's what I keep on picking up, saying he's just observing her, just really just being open and loving towards him. In the heart space of the divine masculine is pay attention to the red flags. This heart space in the union. So this is pretty much saying that, again, like I said, I got from this, he was observing her. This could be also just seeing that some things about her that she still kind of has some things to grow with. Every time when I see this, I see that she's pretty much covering her, pretty much the crown chakra, which is to get all the intuition, all the information in the way that her and her divine masculine pretty much communicate with each other. Some type of ego too. She's still covering things about herself. This is divine feminine. This is the way he's looking at us, like, nah, you're not kind of fully revealing yourself. So some things that makes me still have like a little question mark. However, there is divine guidance in the scene here that's really still helping and working with the divine feminine. And I kind of feel, and I've seen in all the videos as well, that the divine masculine is more into dealing with the spirituality a little bit more, and the divine feminines in some ways are a little kind of shaky in their spirituality, or they're kind of semi in it, doubting a little bit. And this might be what the divine masculine is pretty much picking up, is this, okay? Let's go into the mind space. I have some new cards, so I am so excited. I got the Wisdom of Oracle cards. So now I have a lot of things, tools, clear, to play with. So we're going to see, this is wisdom, so we're going to really truly see where does the wisdom lie. Sorry, guys. I think that's a lesson to stop pushing it. Okay, so you really seen the light. Was that a sign? So, what is the wisdom? Oh, gotta jump already for the feminine. Okay, I'm gonna leave you at that. Okay, all right. And in her mind space, what's in the mind space of the divine masculine? Cards. What's in the heart space of the divine masculine collective? Okay, I kind of got this one too. Okay, that kind of came out. Some says keep that one. Let me put this to the side. I just want to make sure I'm getting that right. What's in the divine feminine in union's mind space? Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. So right now in the mind space, I got why first had jumped off, but I really did not ask the question yet. But this was definitely for the divine feminine, which was to be fair. Okay. So right now in her mind space, is I guess she's saying, you know what, I've got to be fair. Although I'm working in my divinity right now, however, at the same time, this came out with playfulness. And so I'm picking up with this and saying, you know what, you got to be open and just try it. Although the divine masculine is picking up that you're still hiding something, but in your mind, you're really trying to tell your heart and your mind to connect with each other that, okay, we've got to be playful and to go back to this innocence where it's pure and love. You've got to learn how to be fair in what you're playing with, how you're weighing things. And it's just like, you know, let's just really give this, almost like the card to be, let's just really give this a chance. We got the number 38, which to me is where you got the alignment of the spirit, soul, and body. and you're trying to find balance, which this is what I'm saying. And that's funny that you got this swing here. So you're trying to find a balance between who you are, your divinity, you as a human. We are humans having this. We are spirits having a human experience. You're trying to balance this between the him. Okay, now he's here now. How do I balance this now? You know, and just that back and forth, the rhythm of things, the flow of things. And so when I look at this card here, I see her just really trying to balance her divinity. And that's what it means to be fair about things that's happening in life, how to be fair, or how to deal with things in reality. She has an owl on top of her head, which means she's using a lot of wisdom. And she's probably using wisdom as far as trying to be strategized how to play out this being in this relationship with the divine masculine in union, how to be fair about things, not to be more so a me, me, me. You know, when you go in a relationship, we have to find an understanding of the voice of we. You know, still be you, but at the same time, remember that you're respecting the other party that is in the relationship. So this is what I'm seeing her. It's like you be queen, but you don't want to be that authoritative too much, that it's not an even balance. Okay, and then you throw the whole relationship off by standing in your, like, you know, it's my way or the highway kind of thing. Okay, and that's probably maybe having yourself question why, you know, like, am I doing this right? Am I saying the right things? And you kind of feel yourself kind of semi that where I'm picking up that doubt. I see you also trying to get you more knowledge about some things about your divinity. This is what I see, because you're questioning some things about, like, why is this happening? Why do I see this? Or maybe you're learning new gifts about yourself. So that's what's in your mind space, divine feminine. Divine masculines in union. I got 2 cards that came out. Deep knowing. So you said in your heart space, you're seeing a red flag already. And so with this, you're trying to probably figure out and see. Let me move this up some. Trying to move to try to see, you know, where's this red flags. I'm feeling something else. On the surface, she looks this way. She looks beautiful, but inside, I'm picking up something else is going on. This looks like this is like the moon there, which is the moon has illusions. Moon has 2 faces. We know that. Also, it has to do with intuition, deep and knowing. Moon is that as well. But I'm seeing also with this is illusion. The way she's seeing on the outside is not what's going on the inside. But he's using wisdom. And mostly the divine masculines, you all are coming more into your wisdom now. So you really try to really dissect and trisect what's going on. But it's in the stars. The stars are in line to help you to get this deeper knowing. We have a 4 and a 3. 4 is getting grounded. Again, to me, 3 is also getting in alignment with the spirit, soul, and body. So everything, like I said, was in line. So that falls in with 3. The stars are helping you. Things might not look the way they look on the surface if you got it deeper. So just like the moon seems like it's close, but it's not really actually that close. We know that it's millions and miles away, but to us it looks like it's close. Okay, that is that. We have also chopped wood that came out 42, which is the 4 means to get grounded. 2 is the unity coming together. To me, when I see 2 lovers and chopped wood, so he's probably going to have to find himself. When I look at it, it seems like to me is that he's going to have to cut some things out, you know, to see, you know, sometimes you see things and you like, is this really something I want to really battle with, or is this something that I could just release and just push to the side and say that that's okay? However, what I'm picking up with that is that you're learning how to choose battles. Some things that before, if you all are in reunion, you know, you say, I got to address this. I got to tell her that, you know, I really don't like when she does X, Y, and Z. But you find yourself, it to be this, like say, chop wood, you're going to have to find that, just sweep that out the front door, because it's not really that serious for you to go on ahead and to do that. So sometimes you're going to have to clean the house, which is within. Maybe you look at yourself and say, is these things I'm seeing in her, or is that something that's reflecting me that I see this wrong? And that's why I'm seeing the red flags in her as well, okay? This is for union. Okay, that was in the mind space. This is in the heart space. Let's look at the current events that are going on with you all in union. Let's look at your past, present. Put this up. I have you. Oh, this goes on top. Past, present energies or situations. What things are you moving out of? Clear. Pass at the twin flames and union move. Oh, I love it. One. It's upside down. Okay, 2 and union. Okay, twin flames and union. Okay, too many cards. I can't read like that. Okay, jumper right here. Okay, are these all in? Okay. It's upside down there. Okay, as is. Okay, so now, right now, 8 of air, which means conflict. So we have an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and afraid to take action. Okay, I'm going to read this 2 ways, okay? It is what it is. In the past, you had some conflict. You had some feelings of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. I see that right here, you've been a leader of the pack here. You've been doing with some heart chakra. Your way of communication was conflicting. Maybe one twin flame was a little bit, divine twin soul was a little bit more ahead of the others in leading in their thought process. And it said afraid to take action. So I'm putting this as the opposite because they came opposite. So I'm going to read it the way it is. So the energy that you were coming from before, so I'll retract that statement, is that you were feeling free. Okay, that's in the past. You did not have a lack of confidence coming into this union. You pretty much, in order for you to have that union, you were pretty much strong in who you are. You found your divinity. You weren't afraid to take action. And you, like I said, you led the pack. You were leader of the pack of all twins. Back here in the back, this is all the ones that probably trying to say, "Ooh, I want to be in union," but no, you're not quite ready. You have this kind of glow that say, "I'm ready. I did everything. I worked with myself innerly. I did some self-discovery lessons, and this is where I am right now." So that was in the past for you and the both counterparts, divine twin, masculine, and the divine feminine. Coming into the present right now, you have the dreamer, Archangel Metatron, in opposite, which says a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So right now, looking at this, and this is a 0. So right now you're in the cycle. Right now the cycle has pretty much ended. Okay, so now you all hit, to me, is like 1, and to get 0, that means you've got to start all over again. You've got to dream new dreams now. So right now you might be a little cautious in taking the leap of faith because now you're in the land of the unknown. Okay, and so you follow your dreams. So you had some dreams, but you don't know really what direction. This is what I'm picking up as to where you want to go with this divine twin union. You know, you came from a state of pretty much trying to struggle, trying to get it together, and now it's here. If you're in reunion or you're already in union, now you got to find some new tools, some new resources to deal with where you are presently. You know, sometimes when you've gained and you've gotten everything in life, then you looking around like, now what? What's the next new project I need to do? You know, I attained everything. I got the house, the car, the job of my dreams, and now I got the man of my dreams or the woman of my dreams. Now what? You know, so that's what I'm figuring out now. That's where the stalemate is kind of feeling is coming from, and unexpected. So right now you're probably not seeing any opportunities because, like I said, you feel maybe at this point in union that you have kind of maybe have gained or gotten everything that you need at this point. Okay. Next one, the Chariot. This came out kind of upside down. So this to me means the opposite. So things have not been moving kind of fast. It kind of, like I said, stalemate or it stands still. An important achievement. You've gained your important achievement right now. If you're in reunion or you're in union, whatever in life, those things that you had tried to wanted to get, you feel right now that's it. You need to take some self-discipline and willpower as far as now what's the next step that you want to do in your future, because you don't want to stay in that stagnated kind of energy where you don't know what's next thing. So, at this point, really, with you all being together in union or you in reunion, it's now time to less looking at each other in the focus of the relationship and now become, like I call Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and now turn back to back, and now let's concentrate on the world and see what's our next step, the things that we need to conquer, which is our purpose, what are we here for, what are we supposed to do, and our mission. Okay, those are the two things. And so for that, you will get public recognition, but right now you don't feel for this is the opposite, that you're being recognized for some of the feats that you have done. And you not need to be right now at this point. It's more so about the inner recognition that if you've done everything possible to heal and to really, every day we evolve. And so you haven't really tapped out and said, okay, it's TKO on me growing. That's it. At this point, you are really trying to see, okay, what is my next step for me to be able to grow into that? When I get into my purpose, you'll be able to grow. Okay, I think I want to be a teacher. Okay, so now I got to find ways how I can grow into that, because now maybe I got to get a new degree. I don't have that. Maybe maybe I have to find some ways in which I can find how I can get into that career. Ooh, excuse me. And so those are some things that you find yourself that you have to grow into. Let me get some water. My throat chakra. Okay. All right, so that's enough on that. So I guess energy, they're telling me we don't need to speak anymore on that. So that is it. Let's look at the energies, the divine feminine, and let's look at the energies for the divine masculine. Clear. What are the energies right now for the divine feminine? In union. What is the energies for the divine masculine? Oh, in union. Okay. All right. So right now for the divine feminine in union, she has the seventh chakra, archangel Uriel. Right now, so that's our crown chakra that we're looking at. So opening up her intuition to be able to communicate. I thought I seen that, and that isn't that funny? Just said that the divine master said, when I look at you, something about your crown chakra, you're covering. You're not really opening up. So I would say, well, first she needs to do some more healing work with that. That's her energies is kind of become more stronger into that, because when your divine masculine looks at you, he sees that, he senses that that's not a whole way. And again, this is the way you all communicate with each other, is through the crown chakra. So I would say do some more archangel work with Archangel Uriel with that, and then do some a seventh chakra exercises to open up that. Your wings are open. To me, it doesn't look like it's fully. To me, I see more fuller angels than that, and you kind of look like far away to me, looking like you're thinking, but I don't see certainty in her eyes with this. 4 means to get more grounded. 1 means to become in your oneness of that. So bringing that divine masculine and the feminine together as one. Okay, that's the energies for that. For divine masculine, your energies is this: indecision. And I believe that it's an 8, which means you got to try to find balance between which way you're going. I think what you're looking at the red flags and what's going on with her, you still see some growth, and that might be making you feel like you want to have 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the situation, the twin. But you know that you're there, especially when you're in reunion. You kind of look at a little kind of skittish in the first place, and don't really surprise that you kind of like, okay, I'm here. I kind of, I know I'm supposed to be here. Like a person said, somebody called my name, told me I need to be here. I have an appointment. You like, you don't know what you're there for. So those are twin flames to me that are in union, the reunion that just came in. You kind of like, I know I'm supposed to be here, but I'm kind of still kind of looking at the door, looking for the exits. Okay, exit here, exit there, exit there. And, I'm still kind of in between. Those who are in union are saying, okay, I'm seeing it. Now I need to pick which kind of way of how strategies should I use in order to do this. This here, you got a tree here for wisdom. Doesn't have a lot of knowledge as to which way to go. The one in the middle is it. So that means to me you got to get more centered. You don't be too much to the left, too much to the right, but just become centered, and you will be able to find more understanding as to how to deal with what kind of shaky ground I'm hearing that you kind of standing on as far as when you look at the divine feminine, okay, on that. So she's the one that has that issue. That's our energies. I did wisdom. Okay. Let me look at this one. Do I need any clarification? Let me look at this. Let me just out of this. What is from the chakras? Somebody failed? Sure did. Excuse me. Okay, let's get what's going on with this heart chakra thing. I'm trying to see for the divine feminine. Oh, okay. And what's happening with this indecision for the divine masculine? Oh, I will get you. Okay, I'm going to have to use the book for you just to make sure. Okay, got the chakra. So these I'm losing chakra. Wisdom oracle cards. We got forgiveness. This makes sense. So, okay, if you're coming from reunion, and that's funny. They got both the purple. So again, the intuition, the crown chakra, how to deal with that, like a child. Okay, so she's got to deal with some forgiveness. This, if you got twin flame coming in reunion, you still got some forgiveness. Something about the divine masculine that he did. You've got to learn how to. You released it, but you have not totally released it. Sometimes you can hide from others what you think is going on, but you can't hide from yourself. Like say you can't hide from yourself, like Teddy P said. Everywhere you go, there you are, So with this, it's showing that, no, you still haven't forgiven something, and that's what's making him through the crown chakra, how you all communicate with each other. He's picking up, it's a red flag here. Something you covering up that you're not really telling me about, and something you probably need to have a heart-to-heart talk on this as far as that. So your forgiveness. So you got to be a child. You got to cradle yourself, nurture yourself about this forgiveness. Wrap yourself up in forgiveness about what had happened. Just forget it. What's in the past is in the past. You got to ram it, right? Rhinoceroses, they usually just kind of ram those things away, and so you got to ram it and push it away. They push things away that's going to harm them. They don't bring it in. They push away, and they cradle and they nurture those things. So whatever it is that you had harmed, take that hurt, feel it, acknowledge it, and then let it go, and then embrace and love yourself afterwards. So that's that one. It says indecision, impasse. We have that, impasse. We have this card here. So let me look up and see what this is. Indecision. That's called the indecision, which is causing the red flags. So let's see if this is in alphabetical order. That would help me out. No, this is an orange card. So that definitely means you got to work with that. Okay, so this is orange. So we're talking about the intimacy, which is the sacral. So inspiration, what you got to do, this is a reroute, not an impasse. Did I say it right? This is a reroute, not an ending. The path is blocked and you are at an impasse. But the goal is still there. Do not wait for your present situation to change. Stay focused and find another path. And that's the same way. Where's that card that we had that it went two ways? And I said you had to kind of watch. Oh, yeah, the indecision card. And then that matches all together. In this right here. So you've came to a part that you're indecision. You feel like you got to go two ways. And so it said, do not wait for the situation to change. You got to focus. That's why I told you, you got to become centered. I just said that. You got to become centered with yourself. So right now you think you're at an impasse when it comes to her because something's going on with her, maybe with this forgiveness and this crown chakra, and you seeing the red flags. And that's why I told you, you got to find a new way of how to deal. You see the red flags, but you can't deal with it the same way, the old method that you did when you all were not in union or your separation, or called self-discovery. You got to find a new way of how to deal with that. Okay, so change the direction, regroup. You've got to end a protection from harm, guardian angels. So the key word for this that jumps off the page for me is surrender. You've got to learn how to surrender. So if you center yourself, you surrender into the situation, whatever you're seeing with her, because like I said, you got to ask yourself, is this something I'm seeing in myself that's reflected in her, or is it really actually her that's bringing this to the table? And you got to remember, as twin flames, that kind of happens, okay? Okay, so what is the process of healing? This journey to love. Well, I can't ask that. Let me see. Okay, I'm at the journey of love. Let me see what they say. Clear. All right, so what is it that message that we need in journey of love? What do they need to know as far as the divine feminines in union? What's their journey to love? What are the divine masculines' journey to love? Okay. All right, these are new. Sweet Soul Arise, you got the number 20. Okay. All right, for the female, feminines, divine feminines, you may feel lost in your own thoughts and feelings. This is the sweetness of surrender into another world. It's a time to dream, to wonder, not to be clear and sharp right at this precise moment. If you have a clear plan, let it become soft and feel your heart open to allowing whatever may be. We might believe that it is through tough action and dynamic assertiveness that we make our way through the world. Yet sometimes the sweetness of the soul rises, and instead we can flow gently with the currents of the cosmic ocean, unsure where we are headed, but safe in the truth that all waters naturally return to the ocean, where they are wanted to go eventually anyway. You can use your own efforts to swim to your destination against the current at times, or you can float on the sweet love of your own soul as it enjoys the privilege of getting to know itself as one with the divine. The oracle brings you guidance now. Surrender and flow. This is not the time to assert your will and try to make things happen. No matter how much you may want to or believe that you should, there is something bigger happening, and everything is going to turn out perfectly according to a far larger plan that includes your well-being too, beloved. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectations about how that bigger plan will be achieved and just let it happen, trusting that it will actually take place even without us striving to make it happen. This is one of those times. Okay, with innocence, I share my heart, a smile expressing with a tear, a sweet words and feelings that impart everything that I hold dear. The promise of a blossom high. The air is bathed in fragrant scent. To reach the sun, you have to fly. Desire wells with love that's meant. To wait for heaven's soft embrace, a fruit so firm and succulent. God's promise must remain so chaste, while passions glow and slowly spent. Such patience born with times in sight, my soul doth burn in embers light, and savors fresh and moist and ripe, the gift of love when it is right. Okay? So that goes along with the playfulness to me, because it's talking about being openness. Okay? All right? And then for the divine masculine, this is yours. Just for a moment, joy. This is beautiful. Okay? And this is number 46. Got to ground yourself, become in love. Together, 4 and 6 equals 10, which is a oneness in a cycle. And together, that's becoming one. Okay, 46. Just for a moment of joy. I got to put this here. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us as manifestation in this material reality. And can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, even if just for a moment? If you are in the midst of darkness, of deep suffering, can you find, even for just a moment, the joy of existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms in yes, the universe responds in kind. This oracle brings you a message in this moment. Trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found. No matter how hard that may be to believe right now, let go of your attachments to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you will be allowing yourself to let the divine take place, take over, and sort out what needs to happen here. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You are being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to dissemble yourself a little, a lot, and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme and reason other than just because it lives. Love is magic, like a balmy breeze on a winter night. It feels so good. You want it to last forever. And love is magic because we make it so by opening to the pleasure of being alive and sharing the joy we feel. And when we're not looking, the night may warm again. So this talks about surrender, which is forgiveness to me is surrender. This says, again, you come into an impasse, indecision. And this is also talking about this surrender to life as well. So this is a true reflection to me of the twin flame journey at this point in union. Okay? I'm trying to see, did I want to do anything? No, at this point, I think that's it. And said, but it should. Oh, it's not. This thing is going on longer than I want to, but I'm getting hollered in my ear to say, no, you got to do the rummy. Okay, so let's look at the rummy oracle. This is it. Clear. Let's see what is the overall energies for this union. Let's do one. I like that. The lion and the deer. Okay, let's see what that is. That's the overall energy. Did I show you the card? No. Look how beautiful. This is just beautiful. The illustrations on this. Excellent. Okay. Lion and the deer. What number is this? 22. Oh, right. This is really the ultimate reflection of the twin flame union, of divine twin soul at its highest. 22. 22. 22, 22, 22, 22. Okay. All right, the lion and the deer. When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like air in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant. And you are silent and sweet and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear. So terrified it gives up the game and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist, so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. So then I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw a scour, evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love is what you give me. For you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breeze of spring. So I picked that up that in this, the lion is the divine masculine, and the deer is the divine feminine, and what's going on with her with this ego that she's having. She's hiding something because he feels and he's picking that up, which is pretty much stemmed to the forgiveness. The divine masculine to me has to take the lead to be able to help her to unmask, to untake all these layers that she's got going on here, and say, okay, now let's get down to the nitty gritty of this, and so I can bring you back to your sweetness as being a deer, being the true divine feminine that you are. Okay, that is the end of this union spread. I call this union and reunion for divine twin souls. If you like this, kind of like it, subscribe definitely, and comment below and let me know if you like this. I thought this should be something different that I do instead of always talking about the karmic, which is pretty much a soap opera in itself, but to come up with something more positive. And not positive, not saying the karmic isn't, so retract that, but just saying something of union. We always say talk about separations, but do we really concentrate on the union and the reunion aspect of the divine twin souls? So if you like that, again, go to my website, www.divinetwinsoul, divinetwinsoul11.com, or go to my Instantgo, which is Go Divine Twin Soul 11. Again, so you can get in depth. Remember, again, these are just general reading for the collective, for the divine twin souls that are in union or in reunion. And so if you like that reading such as this, let me know. So I'll leave you in parting with this. Just saying, sending love and light your way. Love you, love you, love you. And so I ask for the universe to always keep you uplifted, enlightened, and motivated. Namaste. Namago.